Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you guys about a few things that you should know and consider before you let your Aussiedoodle sleep in your room with you. So the first thing is, even though Teddy has his own chair here, so this is my room, he sleeps in this chair most of the night. Sometimes he'll go and sleep on the floor when he's too warm. Like right now he's getting a little warm. I often sleep with my window open or slanted so cold air can get in at least the winter times. Yeah, he's too warm, so now he's leaving. So I have my window open so that cold air can get in because he's often just way too warm if I were to turn on the heating. Or yeah, now he wants to eat on me. Okay. But another thing you should also know is that if you want your Aussiedoodle to sleep in your room with you, you have to be prepared that sometimes they'll want to jump into your bed and be with you because they get very attached to their, primary caregivers. So sometimes Teddy, in the middle of the night, he gets up and randomly just jumps into my bed and lies on top of me and sleeps there for a bit. But he usually doesn't do it for very long because he gets warm pretty easily because he has a pretty thick coat of hair, which can come from the crossing of a dog that has hair, so the poodle, and the shepherd, which has pretty thick fur, so he has pretty thick hair as a result of that. So we get him cut, and I cut him pretty regularly. So that he isn't as warm. Yeah, because then he gets pretty uncomfortable, and yeah, that's kind of annoying because he kind of also kind of lets it out on us in a way. I don't really know how to explain it, but he'll just be really restless throughout the day. Try to cool off, try to find a cold spot in the house and be there, and it's kind of annoying to always, go looking for him and try to get him to a spot that's cold enough for him to actually maintain like a good temperature. And so I also sleep with my window slanted most nights, and I never really turn on the heating except when I'm really cold, and then he'll usually sleep in another room which isn't mine, which is the next thing I want to talk about, is if you want your Aussiedoodle to sleep in your room, which is a really nice thing because he's part of your pack in a way, and he wants to be close to you, so he'll also like sleeping in your room with you. I know that Teddy likes sleeping in my room a lot more than somewhere by himself, but you need to pay attention that he isn't too attached at the end of the day, and he'll always want to sleep in your room. So I try to make a few days, maybe once a week or even more often if your dog's still younger, where I don't let him sleep in my room, but I bring him to a room where he has to sleep by himself, so that he learns that how to sleep by himself, so he isn't dependent on someone sleeping in the room with him, which is pretty important. Yeah. You enjoying yourself? So yeah, maybe if you're a light sleeper, it's not the best thing to have your Aussiedoodle sleep in the room with you, or you need to teach him not to jump into bed in the middle of the night, because Teddy does that sometimes, and he'll wake me up at least once a night, mostly. And sometimes he also, wakes me up in the morning when he needs to go out and pee. But another thing that I find pretty annoying is that you might know the poodle they like being in the center of the family. So when I'm still sleeping and Teddy's still sleeping and someone gets up really early and has to leave, and he can hear them outside, getting ready and everything, then he gets restless and he wants to be with them and see what's happening, and he wants to be where the action is. So in a sense, I become the boring one sleeping, not doing anything with him, and then he wants to go to the person that's doing something, walking up and down, gathering things, getting ready, whatever. And then he wants to be let out of my room and wakes me up and that can be pretty annoying at times. So yeah, that's something you might want to also consider when you let your Aussiedoodle sleep in your room with you. So yeah, that was today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe for videos every Sunday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Do you like your food? Yeah.